Oh yes, that's cool.
Yeah. Yes, they layered more. Yay!
Yes! Sunmi!
Now you're about to react to a solo artist named Sunmi, who is originally part of the girl group Wonder Girls.
Yes.
This song is called Black Pearl, and it was composed by her and France.
Does it include Captain Jack Sparrow?
Sadly not. The lyrics describe her feeling towards fame. From the outside it looks like a bright shiny gem, but underneath it's ugly and dark.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Wow, oh shit. I like how it's just right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Oh, modal mixture.
I know what that is now.
Yes, you do!
Woo! Oh yeah.
Okay, that's sick. Keep layering.
Oh yes, that's cool.
Yeah. Yes, they layered more. Yay!
Can you track this progression?
It's like a 1-4-5-1, but like when we go back to 1, it's like they add in some sort of major.
Yeah.
It's not a third,
Right.
but it's like some sort of major 7. I think we're tracking one of the inner voices.
We might be. Yeah, because that color note is like the major third of the whole.
Yeah.
It's like a brassy synth. I really like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like subtle. It's like a feel,
This
but
good. Soprano sax? What?
dude, cause why not?
Sounds really wacky though. For a sax, dude. It sounds really whack.
With the cool beat,
It
like,
just sounds like smooth jazz. Oh man. Yes, come back. I love her voice. I love how she articulates her words.
Good catchy beat, so gotta give him that.
Yeah, that's what you're about. You're right.
Much better than a lot of other beats and choruses that we see.
Cool guitar bass thing. Yeah, the bass sounds groovy. It's because it's like on the ands. You're
Yeah,
cool if you're
it's
not
like
on
a
the beat.
Syncopated.
I just love how they harmonize that.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's the staccato bass that I'm really digging. Like,
Yeah.
if it didn't
It's
have
like an edge.
yeah, if it didn't have that, it wouldn't have be as good of a song. But that really kind of adds a lot to it.
She's really in the pocket. It's nice.
Oh, the guitar line in the background of this sounds very like improvisatory. I
yeah.
can't tell if it's actually. It's probably not. I don't know. But
Yeah, it sounds like a
it
guitar
sounds
solo
like it
in
could be-
jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's how you make an entrance.
That sax player is having a field day.
I love that sax. That's so cool.
We need that in Holst's first suite.
Gotta love it when an instrumental solo happens at the same time with the voice.
You're welcome. That was good. Yes. That was really good.
That goes into like probably one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, like I'm going to listen to this. Right off the bat, instrumentation was like, okay, the way they messed with like ambient sound to begin with was good, and then what the instruments they added to it, like first of all the guitar. I don't know what effects they're using, but that was great. The soprano saxophone actually kind of worked, even though those were, I think, kind of the worst part. Because those were like pretty trite.
Oh,
like,
I don't know. I really liked it.
Yeah,
Super corny, yes.
Yeah, well,
Trite,
it's like
probably.
stereotypical. No, but the point is, it worked with the like weird ambient sound that they used for like a base of the whole thing. What else was there? There was the brass.
Yeah, it was like there's definitely like a synth, but it was cool because you kind of got it was more of like a feel to the overall texture than like its own kind of sound, like because it's like that little I don't know, sizzle that came with it. I liked the way they slowly added each piece, and then at sometimes like they would take a little bit of away. Like they'd harmonize the voice for like a line or two, but then they would go back to just her, so that way it felt fresh and it felt new and you wanted it to come back, instead of like, okay, here we're adding this new texture and now you have it the rest of the song. Like I like how they kind of like, they put everything in, take a few things out, and then reintroduce it, so that way it stays engaged. You stay engaged, and you end up wanting, like, I want to hear those brass pads come back. I want to hear the harmonization again.
This was just like very intelligently crafted. Like that's what I want to say. Well, there's some composers that are like just great craftsmen, like Debussy, like great craftsmen. Like this is like the same sort of just like, it's just great. Yeah. It's good.
It was like a chill song, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, there wasn't a lot going on, but like I didn't mind.
And the nice thing about it too, I kind of like that they had 2 bridges.
Yeah.
Like it added some variance to it. Like songs like that where it's really just layering, it's a lot of different layering, can get really repetitive, but I don't think this fell prey to that. I think it had enough variety
it did.
within Unity. What was cool too is a lot of songs in K-pop rely on the swell to give them, like, to reach the climax of the song. Like they kind of like the hype. Even some of the songs that aren't hype, they hype to get to the climax of the song. And this really, the way that they, you know, the line of the piece, the phrasing of the piece, was all through layering. Mm-hmm. So as it was getting like more and more amped up, which never really got more amped up, it was really just they were adding layers, which was really cool. And I think they did it really well. And I thought the vocal line, while it wasn't really, you know, what I would consider dynamic as a vocal line, like there wasn't a lot of range.
There was nothing.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of range and there wasn't a lot of skips or jumps. I thought that they used it rhythmically as opposed to melodically, which was cool. And the way that they used that as a tool really kind of lent itself to the piece. Says?
It's a great mood piece. I'm glad we're reacting to stuff that's not just about crazy musical stuff. But then again, the saxophone solo and just her voice and the way her melody works, it's musical in its own sense. Yeah, just vibing.
I've listened to this before. What I like about songs that I enjoy listening to is the first time you listen to it, you're captivated by the trope. So it's like you have the trumpets blaring in the background, like slowly as she develops, like from just beats with her voice, and then slowly like having a call-in response with herself, and then later adding fanfare. All these things were very attractive. But this time I was very keying in on the pickups before entrances, and it's very interesting. I never heard her breathe until like this one part where she just bam, and then goes into the section, and then it was replaced later with the saxophone, and it was just so interesting. It's like the way it constantly evolves and develops these motives. It's a very worthwhile listen.
Wow, she sounds really cool. Love the way how she speaks. And then what she was saying, like the depth of her words was like, oh my gosh. She's like,
I think it
I'm just a
sounded like
product.
Can't Stop the
like,
Feeling, the Justin Timberlake song.
Feeling.
In the beginning. Anyway, point is, in the beginning it sounded like a traditional standard pop song, but then as it progressed it got a lot more interesting. And her voice is beautiful. I mean, it's very, very nice sounding. I really liked how they had those little solo lines going on in the background.
Yeah, while she was singing.
That was awesome.
That just added so much interest and like made this song a gem.
Faux show.
I thought it was a bit different from most of the other K-pop songs I had listened to. Like I've thrown the term subdued around a lot.
Yeah.
And I think some music certainly fits under that bill, but this was like, it was really simple. It wasn't too much. Like a lot of the K-pop we've heard is just like a lot of things to listen to, a lot of interesting things to pick up on. This was like pretty bare bones, but I actually think it was effective. It was actually pretty refreshing. I thought the lyrics were pretty deep. I mean, she was really, really clear that this is not something that was all like daisies and rainbows and flowers and beautiful things. There's like definitely a dark side to it. And I love the sax. That was great. Somebody got paid to do that, and it really made all the difference. I don't think it would take, you know, someone who goes to music school or someone who's pursuing a career in that to know the difference between like a MIDI sax and a real sax, even though I was a bit confused at first because I heard sax and the first thing I thought was MIDI, but like...
Yeah.
That's
what we expect.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the expectation. Yeah. So they subverted our expectations tiny bit.
It's my favorite
I really liked it.
I thought the progression was actually pretty interesting because it ended on a flat 6 chord, which is not dominant in any way. And it was really interesting because the bass line went down to the regular 6 scale degree and then ended on the flat 6 scale degree. So it really like messed with your idea of tonic, which I think probably goes with the theme of her song, because it's about like being in the pressures of being a pop star, right? So it's like, you know, wow, it's 4 chords, but they're not quite what we expect them to be, and they're not necessarily what sounds the most comfortable, you know, which is interesting. And then like the repetition of the 4 chords in the Chacon really like made you feel like her life was structured, and you know that she had to stick to those 4 chords if she was gonna be able to make this song work. So I think there was definitely a lot of ideas leading into that.
Hello everyone, I'm Hugo and I'm the channel runner of ReacttotheK. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're curious about the videos that we'll be reacting to in the future, I put a link to a doc with our release schedule in the description. Last but not least, if you'd like to support our channel, you can help us out by pledging any amount you would like on our Patreon. On Patreon, you can get access to full unedited pair reaction playlists, reactions to Japanese releases, and much more. And of course, a huge shout out and thank you to our superstar patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Bye!